G'day legends, and thanks for tuning in. On this episode of the Coupe Ute build, I get the donor car cut up, I get the chassis slid under HAKSAW, I see if it's going to work with the Coupe Ute body, and see if the wheelbase is going to work this time round. So follow along and see what I get up to, eh? Alright, yeah, so I got that Holden chassis off there for now. Gonna go and grab the roof that I cut off this AS131. That's going to be the back section of it anyway. It's going to be the new rear of the for the Coupe Ute. Should just be sitting out in the back of the back of this D5N. Pretty sure that's where I left it. Yeah, can see it now. So yeah, that's the roof. So yeah, gonna grab that, load it up. Yeah, probably put in the back of the ram, if not on the trailer, and yeah, hit the road, go back to Townsville. Alrighty, got the AS truck roof strapped onto the trailer, ram's pointing the right way, running. Let's head back home and get into it, eh? Alright, so we're back home. Just got to get that roof unloaded off the trailer. Then I'm going to work out, yeah, what's the best way to sort of start stripping this thing. I want to get the tray off, start pulling the body panels off, and yeah, work out how the best way to go about basically cutting the body off this thing. I want to leave the floor pan behind, like I was saying, try and stitch it in, the floor pan and the firewall, leave them behind, try and stitch it into the Coupe Ute body. And yeah, went and picked up a new gadget there this morning to help me with that process. Got a new, yeah, 45 amp plasma cutter, so that should make light work of, yeah, that body panel. So like I say, I'll get that roof unloaded, have a bit of a think, and yeah, start pulling this Triton apart. Rightio, so we got that tray off, wasn't too bad. That plasma cutter's working a treat. I'm probably going to move on to these rear doors, get both sides off, and then probably look at maybe the front guard, so then I can take the front doors off. Look at, yeah, probably taking all the seats out of it, especially the rear seat for a start. And then yeah, look at seeing what else I can cut off this thing. Rightio, so there we have it. Got the majority of the body taken off. Obviously it's only roughly done at this stage, but yeah, there's going to be a mountain of trimming and measuring and all sorts of good stuff to get this to fit anyway. So I just wanted the majority of the body off for now. Probably tomorrow, I'm not sure, but this thing's got 3 flat tires, so probably going to take them off, take them to town, see if they can just put something on it that'll hold air so this thing can be easily mobile. And then once I do that, I might, yeah, back it up in front of the Coupe Ute and yeah, start doing some measuring. Obviously I've got to pull the dash out of this thing, got to pull the bonnet off, all the, yeah, work out what needs to be stripped and cut, actually make this thing work. But gonna shut it down for today. Happy with the effort we got done, and we'll get into tomorrow. Rightio, so I got this thing on 4 tyres that hold air now, so see if we can get it running, and probably just move it in front of the shed there, in front of the coupe ute there, and we'll continue the disassembly, try and get the tow bar off, ball bar off, and then look at probably ripping the dash out of it and stuff, maybe even gurney all the crap out from inside this thing, make it a bit nicer to work on, and then see if we can get it to a point where we can slide it under the coupe ute and start taking some measurements. What an absolute peach. Right, so we lifted the coupe ute up on the hoist and backed the Triton in just to get a rough idea of how everything's gonna sort of look, what I need to do. Measured the, like I centered the rear axle underneath the coupe ute, and then measured from where the mudguard bolts on to the center of the front axle. Looks like it's gonna work out pretty close. So obviously got a lot of work to do, but I thought I'd get it in the shade, make it a bit easier for me. So probably go ahead, like I said, strip the ball bar and start pulling the dash and cutting off whatever else I know needs to go, and a lot of measuring, cutting, and see if we can get this body to fit. Right, so I got into the bore and stuff off camera, got that dash out. Looking at it, I think I'm gonna have to at least take the top of these pillars off, these corners off the dash structure there, both sides. Start with that, and then I think what else I'm going to do, I'll roll the Triton back out, and I think I'm going to take like the lower part of the dash and the front part of the firewall and floor, get rid of all this crap, and then probably after that I might try and lower it down, and like I know it's not going to be close, but if I lower it down it'll give me an idea of sort of which way I should be heading. But I'll cut these bits off, and then we'll lower this thing down. Right, so got a good portion of that firewall cut out, and I just cut out the front section of the floor there. That's going to give us a rough idea of what we need to do. And also the chassis rails were hanging out too far, so I docked them just before the shackle there. So they needed to go, otherwise they were going to hit the roll pan. So let's lower this thing down and see what she looks like. Rightio, so I got the rear axle in the right spot, got this thing lowered down. Had a really big think about it, and basically what I've worked out, it's going to be a lot of work to try and get this thing trimmed up, suited to keep most of the floor pan and the firewall put into this ute. Excuse me. So like I said, I've had a think about it, and sort of hours versus the effort to try and put this floor pan in just doesn't make any sense now that I've got to this stage to look at the fit up. So what I'm going to do is actually just piss this whole body off. I've had a look at the chassis mounts, and they're going to work quite well with this body if I just make an adapter rail or some description, thought it was worth a try, and it was worth a try. Only spent about a day on it, so but yeah, it's not going to work in this way. Doing it without the Mitsubishi Triton floor pan, I can keep most of the factory sheet metal in it. This was all cut up and dag anyway, so I'm going to put a new front floor in it and probably even sculpt the firewall all the way out, leave that part there, yeah, and put a new firewall in anyway. I'll still probably go ahead and use like the Triton brake booster, master cylinder, steering column and that, but like I say, I think I'm just going to get rid of the body and make me my own mounts to the to mount it to the chassis. So yeah, anyway, like I said, it was worth trying, but yeah, juice isn't going to be worth the squeeze. So yeah, can get the rest of this body off, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to shut it down for today. Just tried to lower the body down onto the chassis, and it looks like it's hitting at the back here. Yeah, it's stopped right there, so I'm going to have to cut out those braces, and I might even have to trim these edges just a little bit and try and get this thing to yeah, drop down a lot further, hopefully. Yeah, that's the plan, get it down as low as I can, but yeah, that's where it's stop right now. But yeah, it's getting too late here to make any more noise, so we'll shut it down for today and kick it off tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day. I've just done a bit of measuring around the back here, and the width of the chassis is basically the same width from that lip to that lip, which yeah, probably have to trim a bit extra off than just for just getting rid of those braces. So what I'm probably going to do is lift the body back up, wheel that chassis out from underneath, and then yeah, cut out what I need. And even that front brace up there is going to have to go, because it's going to hit the fuel tank before the body touches the chassis. So yeah, looking at it, I think potentially these lugs might have to go yet, I'm not sure, depends how far the body goes down over the chassis. But yeah, once we get these structure out of the road, get it lower down, that'll give us a better idea of yeah, what needs to stay and what can go. Alrighty, so we got the body sitting on the chassis where we want it, and I guess yeah, $64,000 question is the wheelbase right? And yep, it's spot on, I would say. And have a look at that stance. That is really cool. So yeah, obviously the body's not mounted yet, but you can see like it's as low as I can get it, and yeah, that's going to work out really good, that ride height. If anyone might want to come up in the front a little bit, those guards probably sitting a little too close to the ground. Also, there's going to be running boards in there, so this thing is just going to be glued to the ground. Very, very cool look. Yeah, wheels are just tucked in massively, which yeah, gives it that burnout car look. Obviously, the chassis sticking through the floor. I'm going to have to I'm going to make a cover to cover all this up. Starting from there, coming up, the sides coming up, and just make, yeah, like a false, well, not a false floor, but a new floor. It may have to get bigger tubs put in it too, not sure. But yeah, that's a detail for later on. Like I say, really happy with how it's looking. Obviously, still got to rip the old engine and transmission out of it. Got to go and get the big block and the torque fight from up the block. Hopefully be able to set it sort of down and back a bit more. Yeah, we'll have to see how we go for room and that. Obviously, yeah, the brake booster and all that's still hanging around. Just that steering column in there, it's not mounted either, but it's going to work out pretty good. Like I say, I still got to trim the rest of that firewall out and remake the front floor and the firewall, but that'll all be done after the big block and all that goes in. But yeah, really happy with how this chassis ended up turning out. Glad I ditched use the Triton floor pan idea. That was just going to be a whole lot of work and wasn't going to end up this low and yeah, all the rest of it. So, but I gave it a try, and yeah, it worked out. It's not going to work, so that's all right. So gonna shut this video off here, everyone. Gotta clean up and head back to work. So yeah, as always, thanks for watching. If you can do us a favor, like, comment, share and subscribe, that'd be awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.